In this unit, we're going to be looking at part 1 of the Under the Sea mind map series. Now, ideally, these mind maps learners should be exposed to in the early years in primary school, so that when they begin senior phase, they have acquired the skills needed to answer higher cognitive level questions. However, it is never too late to use these in your classroom. Now remember that each mind map is designed to help learners think and engage with information on different cognitive levels. And the fish mind map is linked to the verb define. Let's take a look at this mind map. It is designed to look like a fish, with the key word or topic placed in the eye and the different ideas placed in the body of the fish. When learners are using the fish mind map, they will draw it something similar to this in their books, or you may provide them with a template. And again, the key word or topic is placed in the eye of the fish, and the supporting thoughts and information and ideas are placed in the body, or the bigger circle. Now, the important element of this fish mind map is the body, the bigger circle. And with learners, they need to understand when being asked to define something, what that actually means. And to define, if you look in a dictionary, would give you answers such as to determine with precision or to mark out with distinctiveness. And I know that can sound quite complicated, but at the end of the day, when you are defining, you are giving a definition. It should be short, concise, and factual. And the big body or the circle is almost represents a boundary where the definition gets placed. You don't want any relating ideas or information or comparisons in that boundary or in that bigger circle. You need the definition, short, concise, and factual. Let's look at an example. The Industrial Revolution. So that's the topic that you're going to be looking at. You ask your learners to define the Industrial Revolution. Either you give them the template, or they can easily copy this down on a scrap piece of paper or in their books. Firstly, they take the key idea or topic and they're going to put it in the eye of the fish. So now they understand that they are defining the Industrial Revolution. And again, remember, to define something, you need to be short, concise, and factual. An example of a definition, and remember here, they're not asking for full sentences necessarily. It could be one words, it could be pictures, it's a mind map, it needs to be visual and interesting. And the facts that get put in for defining the Industrial Revolution is the time frame and what was significant that happened in that time frame, that agricultural societies become more industrialized and modern. So that gives you a precise definition of what the Industrial Revolution is. And again, remember, the very last step is super important. The area behind the mind map, that's where you're going to write down where you got your reference from, where you got your information from. So in the younger phases and grades, you might decide that one word is appropriate. So my teacher taught me it, I got it from the textbook, I watched a documentary. Any of these sources are absolutely applicable. It depends on your school policy as to your referencing. If you would prefer them to do a more formal sense of referencing, that's also absolutely fine.